We are back.
Yes, sir.
Baseline.
Yep. Yes, sir. Let's go. What?
What?
Yeah, cause it's the Porch Podcast. Come on.
What?
It's the Porch Podcast.
Come on.
What? It's the Porch Podcast.
Come on.
See what you
It's
gonna
the
do?
Porch Podcast. It's your boy Enfluential. I'm here.
Right.
As y'all know, I'm the final frontier.
Come on.
I'm always creeping in the back from the rear.
Right.
Got the clear vision and I see it real there. 2020 on the money. I'ma do it, son.
Right.
I'm get this number one.
Come on.
I always freestyle. Nothing be the written.
Right.
Keep talking. I'm a stroke girl. And I ain't gonna do it though.
Nah.
Just
Woo.
chill. Influential man still repping down the hill.
Yes, sir.
Just when I get this mic, I like to kill. Influential real. Get Kill Bill. Because
Cause it's the Porch Podcast. Come on. It's the Porch Podcast. Come on. It's the Porch Podcast.
Y'all not.
It's the Porch Podcast.
We rock.
What?
It's the Porch Podcast.
Come on.
And it's the Porch Podcast.
You right?
Right. And it's the Porch Podcast.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And it's the Porch Podcast.
Let's go. Let's go. Yep. Let's go. Yep. Yeah. Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
And I hope you can see us nice and clear.
Listen. Very nice and clear. Very nice and clear. That y'all know. Y'all know what this is. It's Influential. Mr. Influential. Your boy, Mr. Influential. I said that like 3 times. You know why?
Yeah.
Because it's the Porch Podcast.
Come on.
And I'm rocking with my brother.
Be original, baby.
Right. And as y'all know, y'all going to see us clear. Because this is episode 25. And 25, we had to take it back to the essence. Something like quarter water.
Quarter water hugs.
Quarter water.
Little juices.
Quarter water.
Quarter water.
Yeah.
Like I said, I just want to reiterate once again, y'all. Sorry about the clarity on last episode, man.
Yeah.
I just really feel the need to want to let you guys know that, we actually stand by what we put out, and we were not pleased, but the episode, the content was too dope. It was too real for us not to go ahead and push it out there. And like I said, we back at it. We back crystal. We doing our thing.
Right.
Episode 25, Quarter Water. Let's go.
Quarter water.
E, what's good, man? How's everything going, my brother?
Life is good. 2020, clear vision. Like I said, I'm seeing deep into the future. Good love for the Porch Podcast, food for thoughts, as well as influence entertainment. I just see it, man. Like I ain't never seen it so clear in my life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see you've been actually doing a lot. Speaking of looking into the future, not crystal ball like, but being able to see things from a clear perspective.
Yes, sir.
I see you've been putting a lot on your social media, man, about future plans. I'm not going to ask you how soon in the future because, I know that you want to make sure you dot all your I's, cross all your T's, and, you put everything in perspective before, you finalize anything. But I see you've been kind of willing it into position, man. What's been motivating you to share that? Because you're not the type of person that always share those kind of things, man.
An epiphany. It wasn't nothing negative. It's just understanding more in life.
Okay.
That you have to not just protect your peace. Like we always say, right. I got to do what I got to do to protect my peace.
Right. Which piece is that?
Yeah.
You should say all of them. Just protect all your pieces. Right?
This motherfucker.
Fair question.
Peace. P-E-A-C-E.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Not my peace.
I'm sorry. I'm human.
Yeah.
I made a mistake.
Yeah. He made a little blunder, a little funny. You know what I mean? But nah.
Mm-hmm.
We talk about protecting. We talk about protecting our peace.
Right.
However, we know that, but we also have to create manifest. We got a manifestation.
Absolutely.
We got to manifest our lives.
Right.
And I think as we get older, we stop attempting that.
Okay.
I think we get more into the whole, just going with the flow.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But like back in the day, drinking a quart of water.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
That's right.
Because you don't see many people.
Simpler times.
You don't see many people buying quarter waters.
You do not. They hug juices.
Hug juices, none of that.
Nah.
But it was simple for us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's something about knowing back when you was buying that hug juice and that quarter water.
That's right.
That one day,
right,
you was going to be able to buy that soda.
That's right. And that first one you was probably jumping on with them jumbos.
Right.
About 50 cent with the elephant head on it.
CNCs.
And them
all,
CNCs.
And all that. You knew that eventually you were going to graduate into a soda. See, the reason why you got the hug juice is because when you're younger and your budget is smaller,
right,
you knew how to live by your budget. However, something as small as getting a 50-cent soda, right,
yeah,
and 2 bags of chips for $1,
come on,
became more of a goal.
Right.
Didn't seem like it, but it was.
Right.
See, you was buying hug juices because you was getting for your money, but then they came out with the 50-cent juices.
I remember.
So you felt like
a little
you
bigger.
elevated, a little bigger.
Right.
They cost 50 cents.
Right.
So now I say all that to say this: you get into the working world when you're young. You first start going after the job that you want to do. You apply for a job.
Quarter water.
You don't just apply for any job. When you're young, yes, you might say, you know what? I'm going to apply to McDonald's. I'm going to apply to Burger King. I'm going to try to get one of these fast food joints because I just want to get
somewhere. I want to make some money.
Right.
Gotcha.
Then you get there. Then you like, you know, if you was people like us, we going to Center City. Some people want to work at Foot Locker. Then you start finding out that Halo Farm was paying more.
That's right.
I want to go to Halo Farm, get the free juice, free ice cream, free things of that nature. My point is, you always had a goal. But somewhere in life, when we become adults and we get older and we start going with the flow of work, we stop trying to manifest our life.
No, you're right. You're right.
However, sometimes where you're at on a daily basis, because most of the time, what's interrupting your peace, it's not necessarily a person. It's not necessarily your job. Okay. It's just more so the environment.
Right. No, I agree. I agree.
You understand what I'm saying?
I absolutely agree.
So, something as simple as walking around drinking quarter waters, your environment when you walked into a store and you see they got bigger juices now, you just wanted that. Like a question you asked me on this or that recently. You said, Poppy store.
That's right. Or Wawa.
Or Wawa.
Right.
And I said, sometimes, I still want a good pop.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And
it's because of, I'm going to pick a Poppy store cheesesteak over a Wawa cheesesteak all day.
Yeah.
Right?
What? Yeah.
But when we were younger, if you'd have said 7-Eleven or the Poppy store, you might have said 7-Eleven because you got better chips.
Hey, man.
Because your budget and what you were looking for was different.
You ain't going to hear it in Wawa, man. You're not going to hear them spatulas banging against that hot surface. Like, bitch need to hear that bing, bang, bing, 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 bang, boom, bang, 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 bang.
Yeah.
Papa, you want salt, pepper, ketchup? Yeah, bing, 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 bing.
Cheese steak, fry onion ketchup.
Yeah, you don't hear, like,
white cheese. Always like white cheese, Jello cheese.
Exactly.
Not even yellow cheese. White cheese, Jello cheese.
Yeah, I tried to get a,
the fuck is Jello cheese, man?
A cheese, yeah. Well, you gotta ask Bill Cosby.
Shout out to Goose. Shout out to Goose, because me and Goose white cheese, Jello cheese.
Yeah.
That was his
you don't hear them. You don't hear them things. Yeah, cut it in hot. You don't want to. You don't hear them spatulas banging. You feel kind of like, is they really making my shit?
Right.
Right? Because you want to. You go to Wawa, get a cheesesteak. You know what I mean? Or you don't even ask it, but you just touch the screen. Ain't no screen in the pop store.
Nah.
You know what I mean? Did kind of see one, where I live at, man. There is kind of like one with a screen.
With a screen?
Yeah, it's a little different. You know what I mean? You still be talking to them. Shit be so close, Poppy. Like, what you want?
Yeah.
They go right on past it. Like, they put this shit out there just so I can see it. Like, that shit don't got no batteries. It don't work. You know what I mean? Like,
but a real question. Go ahead. Just really thinking.
Yeah.
You ever wonder why you just don't see quarter waters no more?
Nah, I mean, because for a while I seen them still.
Right.
I seen them in the case. I ain't see them like they were selling them cases and shit. Right. No, I was going to say this, though, about the quarter waters. Another thing, man. Added bonus, man. Quarter waters tore a whole lot of tires and shit up on bikes because they made dirt bikes.
Right.
Put them in the back of your joint.
Little hug juice carton. Shit sound dope as hell.
Sounded dope. We all had a little dirt bike, man.
But I'm going to tell you my theory, just why I think we don't see them anymore.
Why?
Because even they elevated.
Yeah.
To Poland Spring, Deer Park, Bottled Waters.
Oh, yeah.
What I'm saying is,
I got you.
Sometimes we get to a place that's supposed to be supporting us in life or being the resource, one of the main things that's giving us a resource, and stop trying to manifest better. Why is that? And then we blame the job for not being your piece. You play. Well, first of all, you got to protect it. As we know, protect your peace. But if you know you want better, you got to manifest it.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why business people, when you think about business owners,
Right.
small business owners, big business owners, whatever,
Right.
they always think of a way of trying to elevate their business
Right.
because they're manifesting more.
Yeah.
So and I know we got on this because you asked me the question. It's just like I woke up one morning and was like, I always knew this, but I'm more than this.
Yeah.
I'm not mad and I'm thankful.
Yeah. Nah. Yeah. I got
But
you.
I'm really more than
Yeah.
this.
Sometimes it's just that simple.
It's that simple. Like I know I'm more than this.
You know why? Here's my theory on that. It's not about teeter-tottering on the successes of life
Right.
versus the
Right.
but it's this weird thing, right? Like you take into account the blessings.
Right.
Let's start there, right?
Right.
And you say, definitely blessed. So I'm gonna start right there.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Thankful,
I'm not gonna trip.
blessed. Yeah.
Thankful, you know what I mean? That's from the jump.
Yeah.
But can I say that I'm fulfilled? No.
Nick.
Can I say I'm even on the path of it? Not really.
Right.
Partially. You know, I've done some things.
That's
you
the
know,
aha moment.
that's that aha moment. I've
Right.
done some things, but there are some other things that I haven't even really cracked the surface of. And I'm saying to myself, okay, why haven't I cracked the surface? But it's because of this.
Right.
It's because, not because that's a negative, but because that is still, it's still part of it.
Right.
Like, that's why I look at life like I had these conversations with my wife all the time. Because we have different, you know, it's just a little bit different. I say, babe, it's part of your journey. It's part of your journey. Listen, don't nobody feel like packing when it's time to take a trip, but everybody won't go on vacation.
Right.
You know, everybody
Right.
want to go, but it's
Right.
tough. Like, you got to, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, like, my dream has always been, one day I want to just go on vacation and take nothing.
Yeah.
Just take, you know what I mean, my little bag or whatever, what I got, my little, my little videos, whatever, and go. But that's what I think happens.
Right.
Right? Just to answer that real quick, or just to respond to your answer of what you were saying, your reasoning why that you do it.
Right.
It's not because of a knock, like you said. It's not a negative, but there is that aha moment where you like, but there's still a lot of stuff on my list.
Right.
And yeah, thank God I've accomplished all of this. But I have to tap onto these things. I got to at least scratch the surface
Right.
of these things. And I
Right.
just don't feel like I'm doing that, which is different. Now, in terms of the quarter water thing, real quick on that,
Right.
the growth and development from quarter waters going to Poland Springs and all that type of stuff, we understood now. Well, I would say I more or less understand now. I'm not sure when you got this concept.
Right.
But based on the demographic, it makes sense. 25-cent juices, 25-cent bags of potato chips. Yeah, of course you did that. Like you said, cheap cheesesteaks, and, and fries and chicken wings and all that stuff that we make jokes about.
Right.
What happened was eventually in those areas, that became the common situation, right?
Right.
But the very minute that you went outside the scope of that,
Environment.
you left, like you said, you went outside of the environment of that.
Right.
You saw it. I'm gonna bring something up. Shout out to Trey and D. You know what I mean? And Sass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Top. You know what I mean? Like, but I can remember when we used to spend the night over their crib out in
Yeah.
Hamilton.
Shout out to Rec too, because he lived around
And
the
Rec,
corner.
word is mine. Shout
Lived
out
around
to
the
you,
corner.
cuz we was around there, and I remember us going to the Wawa,
Yeah.
and we was amazed by the juices. That was an ace. That was
Yeah.
$1.
Yeah.
But
They
it was
was ha-
a
they was
gallon.
half gallon.
It was half a gallon.
Half gallon. Yeah.
So mind you saying to yourself, you like, yo, y'all got half gallon joints?
Yeah.
Now mind you, our mom worked at Coke. Worked at Minute Maid, worked for Coca-Cola.
Right.
You know what I mean? So was juice really an amazing thing? Not
Nah.
really, because we was home. We had Minute Maid, we had Five Alive, we had all those things. But we was blown away when we went to their house.
We was
and
blown.
We saw that.
We was blown away not because of the juice, because of the price,
Right.
the budget.
Ain't that
You
something?
see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but we seen that.
Yeah.
And that's why I said, like, it's crazy because the whole quarter water thing.
I got another one though.
What
When
you got?
think about it,
What's that?
even as we got older,
Right?
and they moved from that environment, and then they moved to another one.
Mm-hmm.
We was going to Halo Farm.
Come on.
getting half gallons for 89 cents.
Come on, man.
You understand what I'm saying?
Come on.
So what we realize, and then you think about it, as we got older, where do we live now? In those same type of environments.
That's right.
Because it was a manifestation.
Yeah.
It might have been something as small as the price of a half-gallon juice that triggered us and said, I want to go over here.
It could have been.
It could have
been.
Because you never know that. Because subliminally is certain things that do that. Like, people like, I want to get out the hood. Okay, first of all, we from Trenton, New Jersey. And Trenton, we already know how Trenton could be crazy. But where we lived in the area was more so a diamond in the rough.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
North Dane Avenue, down the hill. Listen.
Yeah.
The neighbors loved each other.
Yeah.
We had homeowners on the street. Everything.
It was a real community.
It was a real community.
Right.
That whole area.
Absolutely.
Westfield, Eastfield, down, period.
Absolutely.
Now,
Yep.
however,
Uh-huh.
we moved to township areas because we chose to.
Right.
But we're very comfortable with still going anywhere in the city we're from.
Yeah. It never was, because our growth was never predicated upon like us trying to escape anything.
Right.
We just understood that we wanted different things.
We wanted different
and we
things.
Just
and we're not even
those
calling
things.
it more.
I didn't say more or
Yeah,
better.
yeah, we
I
just said different. That's
so
it.
we just wanted different things. And so what we
That's
did
big.
was
That's big.
we moved on it.
Right.
We moved on it, which is why we're still so welcomed
Right.
and loved in those environments
Right.
when we go around there, because who we are didn't change based on our vision.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? So, like you said, even in terms of, like I said, business,
Right.
some of the things that you would have considered things like you were saying before. When you first start off, you want a little job, you're like, man, I'll take that gig at Mickey D's. I'll take that joint over here at this place or that place. And it's not making them low-level situations. But when you starting out, your mind is at that level. And then you start to see things. Or at
Right.
least you should.
Right.
That changes your mindset and say, I got to do more because I want more.
Right.
And that's not a knock. Or I got to do different because I want different. Put it like that.
Now, let me ask you this.
What's that?
Your first job,
Right?
was it the movies? That you was receiving a paycheck on? Was it the movies?
First gig might have been, it was the movies. I mean, you talking about that, like, versus obviously cutting grass and all that.
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of
So I
stuff.
said that we received
Yeah,
a
I
real
mean,
paycheck.
one that was attached to a stub. Yeah, I want to say movies.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say yeah.
And mine was King Arthur's Amusement Center.
Okay.
When we first got our paychecks,
Okay.
we already had strong work ethic from our parents.
Absolutely.
We watched them work all the time.
Absolutely.
And like when you sit there and you talk about cutting grass and all that, that was a hustle that we did.
That's right.
Okay. However, we also learned how to use a job and use a hustle.
That's right.
Sometimes people get into a job and just because they're getting a little bit more, tend to forget about that hustle.
Absolutely.
That hustle side of
No,
it
absolutely.
until they force back into it.
No, absolutely. Nah, hey man,
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it.
Bottom line, we not selling y'all no get rich quick schemes or nothing like that. We just telling you that hard work really pays off.
Every time, not
Every
some
time.
of the time. Every time, and wanting more, like you saying, bruh, is when we talked about the whole understanding of manifestation.
Yes.
Like when you were saying that, it's not always. It doesn't always have to be necessarily attached to a negative situation that you're trying to vacate.
Right.
You know what I mean? So sometimes I think that what we do as people, and I mean this from a universal perspective,
Right.
is we think that we have to have it bad before we have it good.
Right.
Or we got to have it, tough before we have it fair. I ain't going to necessarily say easy, because everything easy ain't necessarily good. You can go out there and do some easy stuff that's not good.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I think what winds up actually happening is that, because when you think about manifestations and affirmations, and you start to think about the things, how you will things into existence, the power of you has always been present.
Right.
It's just you choose to, to invest yourself into what you want to invest yourself
Preach.
into. And so that's what happened. And that's why when we talk about quarter waters, it's funny we talk about it, obviously with the 25th episode and everything, and understanding part of it is that We started from quarter waters.
Right.
But now as we hit episode 25, it's time for us. That's why we apologize for, like I said, the clarity that you saw that took place in episode 24.
Yeah.
But as 25, we're hitting it. Now we want to ground that corner. We want to start to build and elevate on it.
Yeah.
And we're doing it at this point, because we feel like our viewers and our subscribers and the people who are listening and
Deserve
paying attention,
that.
they deserve that.
Yeah.
And if we think from that perspective and we want better for ourselves, then we,
Right.
in essence, can only want better for them as well.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
that's the difference in that situation, man.
Yeah.
But quarter water.
What influences? What influences a lot of your thoughts? I mean, I know that's a broad question. You think Earth Angel got anything to do with that?
I think Earth Angel is an enhancer. Right? I think I have, and this is kind of like toot my own horn for half a second.
Yeah.
I think I have a whole lot of, I would say, food for thought or
Yeah.
been, positive information to
You got a
share.
lot of food.
Yeah.
You just trying to feed people.
But I think that the Earth Angel, what it
Yeah.
does is it magnifies it, it enhances.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's like we both, bro, we come from the same cloth. You know what I mean? It's motivation is the key.
Not every time.
You know, it's
Every
like,
time.
It's like you do the food for thought. All of a sudden, I started freestyling again. You know, I don't know where them bars been coming from. They just been on my heart. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
All I want to do is be an influence. You know what I mean? But
yeah, but I've been reading them. Like I said, I've been checking out your posts,
yeah,
and what I can say is this: when you start to say it and you share that, it grows.
right,
It becomes even more. It becomes closer to you obtaining it every time you do it.
right,
I didn't think that some of the things that, like, all right, so let's be honest, right? Just because you like something don't mean that you're going to be great at it,
right,
right? But if you don't think you great, then how can anybody else think that?
right,
If you don't think you worthy of what you envision yourself being and doing and, sharing with the world, how can anybody else accept that? Or how can anybody else embrace it or appreciate it?
Basically, what you're saying, and I'm gonna use this in the 48 laws of power. Law number 1 says never outshine the master.
Right.
And shout out to my man Dre. I was talking to him about this the other day. We was explaining that sometimes we've been in places and we've outshined the master. And maybe that may have actually put a halt to us. Sometimes when we was talking, we should have been listening.
Wow.
Right? But at the same time, we both also agree on I'm not dumbing myself down to make you look good.
Nah. Or make you feel better.
Right.
Nah.
So we know when to hold, know when to fold, like a game of poker, right?
That's right.
However,
That's right.
when you become your own master, you can always shine.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
Show enough.
Yeah. You got that glow. Your
Show enough.
body know.
Whatever happened to that sword shit you had?
I don't, man. Might be in the trash. that shit was on its way out.
Yeah, man.
Now you know what?
You know who I miss though?
B might have took that shit.
I miss my boy, man. I miss Petey, man.
Merlin ain't been around.
Oh no, yes he was. He was here earlier. It was
Yeah.
yeah.
He
Having
was
showed up earlier.
Yeah, he
Did what he needed to do
Right.
and slid the hell up out of here, man.
Yeah, magician.
Man, you know what's messed up about Merlin, man?
Lot of people.
I believe in that nigga more than you.
A lot of people don't.
Oh, man.
A lot of people don't know Merlin. I can honestly say.
They know him, man.
I can honestly say. Shout out to him, to our brother DK Homie
Oh man.
for being in episode 24 of Kobe. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Shout out to my brother. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Great episode.
But I think DK, yourself, Lee, y'all might know Merlin better than anybody in the world.
I don't know if you want to know what a magician's definition is. Man.
I want to hear this shit. Go ahead.
An entertainer who is skilled in producing illusion by sleight of hand, deceptive devices, etc. An entertainer, no, that's what the hell, clearly that's what the hell you are, who is skilled at producing, you know how to do all of that shit?
Yeah.
Illusion. Faking you out.
With the 52.
By sleight of hand. What do DJs?
Oh, nah, I'm a real DJ.
No, I'm not saying that you're fugazi.
No.
I'm not saying that your technique with the wheels of steel is not official.
Yeah.
But you are a magician.
They're right here.
You are a magician. Look,
They're
they don't
right
make
here.
no shit's quiet. They ain't making no noise, man.
Because we recording the show right now.
No,
don't be on that bullshit.
Because you ain't bring out your, you know what I mean? I ain't here to, you need to put the code in.
The code it? Nah, I ain't bring Merlin out of there. Merlin's not the DJ. Mr. Influential is the DJ. Merlin is the one that always tends to show up when we don't know what the fuck's going on. Everybody's like, yo, what is wrong with this shit? I'm like,
So
then you hear Cycle.
So before he shows up, Double A shows up, y'all.
Yeah.
Angry Al.
Angry
that
Al.
bitch be mad at first. He be like, but he a cool man. He different than me. I'm going to keep it 1,000 with y'all, right? Because I don't know no other way. The difference between how E manages anger and me is different. E, you the coolest angry joke. E'd be like this here. Yeah, shit disappeared, man. I don't know what it said, man. Things be crazy, man. Shit just be going on.
Yeah.
Pause for a minute. Bite his lip. I don't know what that bitch be getting off his lip. Sit back and shit. Think about it. See something to that clap. He does something, and I realize he throws smoke in my face. That bitch go poof, and I be out for like a couple seconds. I don't see the shit. And by the time I rub the shit out my eyes real quick, the shit be done. I think that's when Merlin show up, do his shit, fix it up, and slide the hell up out of there. So I don't know, E. I mean, you know, I'm not upset. It always, and that powder y'all see on me ain't cocaine.
Yeah.
It be that shit that Merlin throw in my face before he fixes the problem.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad he shows up when he does.
You know what, man?
What?
For y'all to really understand, it's like before we do this, a lot of times when we do gigs, we do events, we do everything, it seems like an issue comes up and the shot clock is dropping and we getting close to some bullshit. And I wish DK was here because he'll tell you the same story. He said, I always be like, you say the same thing. I don't never get mad. I just be like, fuck.
Yeah, you do this thing. You pull your hat up, you do your hat shit like, you go like this.
And I be like,
that bitch a pitcher. You know how pitchers get.
You're like, wait a minute. Oh, nah. Did I do that point?
Or he'll do it and then hit the joint, and then all of a sudden the shit'll play on, and you be like, and then like he's smooth. Even after he does the amazing shit. His response to saving the day is cool as shit. Like, like that shit is cool. How you do? Now, I mean, we ain't gonna take a lot of time with it. Some getting broke. That's it. And it's not the good thing, but it is what happens. You know, I'll be sitting up there. It ain't happen, man. Shit ain't. I go to check, you know, all right. You got another one of these, man.
You know, bitch need a whole new one.
Just like back in the day with that pole saw.
Yeah. Tell y'all the story about the pole saw. You know what I mean? And listen, we are not off topic because these are quarter water topics
yeah,
right here.
This
is
quarter water
on the porch topic. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Brought to you by the Porch Podcast and Earth Angel.
Earth Angel.
Earth
EA.
Angel.
And it's not just for EA Sports, it's Earth Angel.
We in the game. So, Go Sixers. So listen.
Let's go.
Right? We sitting here, and I had to get some tree branches cut down in my backyard. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So we go around. I'm like, yeah, one day, man, I'm gonna get somebody to cut these trees down. So we went around the corner to Home Depot for something totally different.
That's right.
And I'm like, bitch, they got a pole saw right there.
Absolutely.
My man, how much is that? He said like $40.
Some shit like that. You rent it for a couple hours. Yeah.
Give me that shit, man. I ain't
Yeah. Yeah.
So P going. Like, oh, hold up, P, hold up. It's getting P, wait. Hold up, P.
Yeah. Yeah.
The bitch got stuck in the tree.
Yeah.
And what I say, P?
Yeah. I just bought a pole. Just bought a pole.
I ain't even get mad or nothing.
Shit was so.
I was just
That
like,
joker said, I just bought a pole saw.
oh shit, I just bought a pole saw.
But in true, I'ma say E fashion,
Yeah.
Merlin, little buddy fashion,
LB?
LB pound.
Big buddy, double B.
Yeah, I'm not calling him that. Yeah, pound. So all of them have one major thing in common.
Bitch E.
They never let you see him sweat. So he said it's smooth as shit. Listen, this is the tonage, y'all. Just bought a pole saw. Listen, I don't know how I ain't throw up everywhere from laughing, right? But in my mind,
I
man,
sounded like Pop for real. Word about I sounded like that.
yeah, but yeah, you did.
That's
no, you
it,
said it
man.
sounds just like.
Just bought
but
a
it's
pole
funny
saw.
as hell because, you know, he says this thing about me, y'all. You just won't. You won't be defeated, P.
Yeah, you don't
Like,
want to be
you
defeated.
don't want to be defeated. And that's really my shit.
Yeah.
But that's what he also know what my brother knows about me is.
Yeah,
That's what fuels me.
right.
And he knows that
Like the fire
Yeah,
needs
like,
the air.
that bitch ain't gonna be defeated. So that's some pros and cons to that.
Yeah.
You know, I done told you. But anyway, we gotta finish this story. When he said it, it was just as smooth. I'm about to say it now. Just bought a pole saw.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, bro. Still trying to yank the pole saw out of the tree. I'd make sure that after he yanked, I finish the sentence. So he turns around and says,
How did
"Hold
you
on.
yank it?
Hold on." Hey, it wasn't effective, man. Because you was like, hold on one second, hold on one second, hold on, let me see something, hold on. And you look, and we got it loose, long and short of it, you know what I mean?
Did I go get the ladder?
I think you got the ladder, but then what you actually wind up seeing when you was able to get a better look from the higher point, you was like, oh, all right, I see what's going on in the chain. Like, yo, just lean this way or that. You was able to more or less
Take your
guide me, yeah, clearly, and that guide me into the way that it would be able to release.
And then what it was is the reason why I got stuck is because we had to tighten up the chain.
Correct.
Yeah, we had to tighten up the chain. We just went up in there because it's like a big bike chain on the pole, but.
Yeah, but it's just
funny,
one of the. It's what I'm saying is how we was talking about the whole thing about quarter waters and elevating and seeing it go from 25 cent and the bigger juices and then the 50-cent sodas and all of that.
Right.
As humorous as it is, we talking about it. Like we talking about a pole saw that we rented to, kind of clear away some stuff that was over top of what you was trying to get done.
Right.
And it's just. With all of these things being considered, we've grown.
Right.
Because, you got to think about it. Like, I would have never thought that we was going to ever be in a situation where we needed to go and clean some things up because we wanted to expand on something.
Right.
Right? Because, we lived in the framework of what it was. Now, we had a dope upbringing. Dope upbringing, you know what I mean? Like shout out
hold on. Shout out to my parents, man.
Absolutely.
Wrong motherfucking button.
So why you laughing at them?
Shout out, because they was funny as fuck.
They was. But I will say that the greatest gift that they ever gave us to me, and I believe that you
Other than life itself?
Other than life itself.
Okay.
Was the ability to be able to have free speech because we can speak very freely in our home.
Right.
And also the ability to always have that open line of communication. There was nothing taboo in terms of conversations in our house. Nothing. I don't care if we was talking about finance, we was talking about money. We could have been talking about dating, girls,
Yeah.
what comes along with dating.
Yeah.
You know.
Straight smashing.
All that stuff.
Yeah.
And I think that what that did for us
Shit.
is that took us to a level.
Remember, I was single for a long time.
Absolutely. But that took us to a place where we was able to kind of like expand our minds even before we can expand our environments. So we was ready. That's why I think once we did leave it, like we didn't feel uncomfortable. You know how some people will leave? They'll leave a tight situation, man. Shit could be like just, I can't wait to get out of here. It's crazy or it's just horrible. And then they leave and then they miss that shit. You know how many times I've seen people leave,
Yeah.
Challenging environments,
Right.
go to places that's a little, that's I ain't gonna necessarily, it's better. Hell, I'll be bold enough to say it's better. And they talk about they miss the other environment.
Right.
Like, I don't know. Sometimes I guess that kind of goes back to the mentality of the person, man.
Right. Well, some people become a product of their environment, right? And some people become their environment. I don't think people understood what I meant by that. Some people become a product of their environment.
Pause right there and break that down first. That way they
Okay.
can get it.
Product.
Okay?
A product is a product wherever it is.
That's right.
So,
I got you.
So if I take a Coca-Cola and I sell it in Poppy store,
That's right.
and I take that Coca-Cola and sell it at Wawa, it's still the same product. However, somewhere in the consumer's mind, they think it's better for whatever choice they got it from.
I give you the definition of it too. You know that's what we do.
Go ahead.
A person or a thing produced by. Hold on one second. I had it. My apologies on that.
That cocaine setting in. It's setting in. This guy has more than Earth Angel with him.
Nah. Oh, I thought you were talking about yourself, because I don't deal with nothing, no blow at all. A person or thing produced by or resulting from a process as a natural, social, or historical one and result. He is a product of his time.
Okay.
That's what the example that they broke down into it. So a
So-
product of his time is
So
you can still put that in the same concept as the environment as well.
yeah. So
Yeah.
what I'm saying is, if a person becomes a product of their environment,
Right.
right?
Yep.
They spend their time there.
Right. It's a person or thing produced by or resulting from
But if a
a
person
process.
But if a person becomes, they're very similar. But if a person becomes their environment,
Right.
they don't need a lot of time to adjust.
Well, yeah, I think, I get what I get.
That's what I'm saying.
I definitely understand where
that's
you're
what
going
I'm
with
saying.
it. And the environment element
It's like
of
a
it,
light switch. Click, click.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like,
It's like this. You remember the wire? Mm-hmm. And you had naming.
yeah.
Then you
Okay.
had the little other dude that was in his class and other. Remember when, the nigga that took him to dinner, the teacher, Bunny,
Okay.
took him to the cop, took him to dinner at this nice steakhouse, and they felt uncomfortable because they're used to one environment. I feel like they were more of a product of their environment. They felt uncomfortable being at a classy restaurant. They didn't even want to take their coat off, right? But then when you got a person that moves around and becomes their environment,
Correct.
a person like me and you, you want my coat? Here you go. Thank you, man. Sit down. You know what I mean? That's what I mean.
No, I got you.
Yeah.
And that's why even in the definition of the word environment, I want to just give you two of them. The aggregate of surrounding things, conditions.
Surrounding?
Surrounding things, Earth Angel. Things, conditions, or influences.
What's the first word in the definition?
The aggregate.
Aggregate.
The aggregate of surrounding things, conditions, or influences.
Aggregate means.
Yeah. I'm probably saying it wrong.
Aggravate?
No, it's aggregate. That's what it says on here. And an indoor, this is the second one, an indoor or outdoor setting that is characterized by the presence of environmental art that is itself designed to be site
I
specific.
need leader. Babe, what's aggregate? I need to know what's going on, man.
And one of them, I gotta add this one in there too.
What?
I'm just quoting it. Hey, y'all, I'm just quoting it. I want y'all to know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The social and cultural forces that shape the life of a person or a population.
That's what I'm talking about.
I knew you was gonna like
That's
that
the
one.
one-
That's
that's
why I
the
gave
one-
it to you last.
Yeah, that's
you
what
know
I'm
what I mean. The
oh.
social and cultural forces that shape the life of a person.
Well, first of all, people
a
already
population.
know. People already know that. One thing about me is the capacity of words. I understand the capacity of words. I know words have different meanings.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
And that brings us to this or that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Question.
I'm gonna have answers.
All right. Which one do you rather, Coke or Coke?
If anybody's been keeping up, every week when we do this or that, E has brung up some drugs. And
You know why? You know why?
no,
You know why? I'll tell you why.
I don't know why.
You know why?
No,
What are drugs?
you want the definition of drugs?
No, they're addictive, right? Get your fucking head out of here, man. They're addictive, right?
That's okay.
So I want people to be
your breakdown,
addictive to this or that.
Okay, Coca-Cola soda. I'm assuming is one of the Cokes.
Right.
I want to. So I want to answer this question.
But it got to be original formula.
Yeah, Coke in it.
That's what So
Yeah.
either way, you're not getting away from the
That's
cane.
all right. Nah, it's a less quantity of the bullshit in it. I'll take it. I'll go with that one, man.
Yeah, you got
I'll go
one.
with Coca-Cola soda.
Yeah.
All right, let me think. Boom, boom, boom.
Boom, boom.
We're gonna
boom.
do some food shit. We'll do some food shit, right? Wow, easy one. Well, it depends. Pizza Hut or Domino's?
Depends what I'm looking for that day. If I want a good thin crust, I'm going Domino's. Want that pan, I'm going Pizza Hut.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my thing there.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I got one for you
Go ahead.
right now. Sports. Dane Dollar
Okay.
or Devin Booker?
All right. I'm assuming you asking me this question because it's almost one of those questions where, like, if you were starting a team and you had to pick one of these two guys.
I wasn't looking at it like that. I'm just saying if you want to put it like that, though. It doesn't matter.
No, because I think that personally, I mean, if I say Dame, which I'm comfortable with saying that as my answer.
Yeah, me too.
There's some qualities that I see in Dame, and I'm not saying I don't see them in Booker,
Right. I get exactly what you're saying.
but they're already polished in Dame.
Yeah.
So I'll say Dame because of that.
You feel like
I feel like all right, let's do this. Let's say I think that Devin would benefit more from being partnered with Dame than
Right.
necessarily Dame would be partnered with him.
right. So, but
You know what I mean?
I was saying like which one you put. Here's the thing. I think just to sum it up, Dame is going to be Dame wherever Dame is at.
Right.
I'm not saying that Devin wouldn't be, but I got to see that. And even
Right.
though Dame only played for Portland, I just still feel and believe that Dame is going to be Dame wherever he's at.
Yeah.
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 All right. That's all right.
Yeah.
You got one for me? That was me. I asked you that. Yeah.
I seen a good one on Facebook. It's gonna be funny as shit with this guy. Pool or beach?
Say what now?
Pool or beach? Now think about everything. You can dress that pool up however you want to. You might think about the dopest pool that you ever been around.
No, I am.
Right?
I'm not trying to be.
Now think of one of them the dopest beach you ever been on. I'm not. Which one? Pool or beach?
Question.
Okay.
What time of the day is it?
It's sunset.
Sunset.
Sunset. I'm putting a little spice in it. Yeah. It's sunset.
Gotta go beach then. If it's sunset, gotta go beach.
Yeah.
Real definition of sex on the beach. Because once you ever just look out into the beach at night,
Yeah.
what can you see?
Not a damn
Not
thing. I got a goof. Not a goof. I got one for you. It's probably a little bit different.
Yeah. But
This,
the bar at the pool's way better. The pool
That's what I'm
bars,
saying.
yeah.
Okay, spinning me
Yeah.
right into my next this or that for you.
Right.
This or that.
This or that.
Male bartender or female bartender? There's a reason behind it. You think about it.
You know, I never really had a choice. I just want a good bartender.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell you why. Females, they all are good off the tip, like paying the tip towards them. Not the tip, you know what I mean? A tip, money tip. Okay. And it's good for when a barmaid or a bartender understands the drink,
Right.
the knowledge of the drink.
Got you.
I think that I've had good of both.
Okay.
You know, most of the time when I have a woman bartender, she's explaining the different. She wouldn't mind telling me the different bars and different places to go visit if I'm out of town. Because maybe a friend of hers, whether it be male or female, may be a bartender or a barmaid at a different spot. And they helping them get tips and stuff like that. So I've learned cities and stuff in different areas from female bartenders, barmaids.
Okay.
Bartenders, a lot of times you get a solid conversation about sports
Okay.
and as well as the business of the bar that they're working in.
Right. So which one did you say, bro?
A good one. I can't pick. Just a good one.
Okay.
Yeah. Just a one that's friendly.
Now you was just I got you. You was just
Yeah.
breaking down
Right. Why I said
why
I said that.
you didn't say one specific, but you more or less said a good one. All right, so I'm trying to think of it. It was another one I had for you. That's why I was asking you in terms of it. Okay, a food. Not a food for thought, y'all. It's always on my mind. A quarter water edition food. I mean, this or that.
Right.
Y party or block party?
I got to go why.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
The Y parties is a couple things. It made me really understand how I liked females.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
Go ahead, talk about it.
and it also made me want to be a DJ.
Okay.
Because a lot of times in those Y parties, when we were young, the people who were throwing them were young. They were older than us, but they were young. So there was no holding back. That was the closest thing you was going to get to a club at the age of 14, 15, 16. So, we were a culture of hip-hop, understanding that hip-hop is an expression. And we was hearing the dirty versions and all that. Now at a block party, because I'm a music guy, we had to keep stuff clean, but I had hella fun. You really got to know your neighbors more. You was eating and you
Absolutely.
good food and all
Absolutely.
that. But I'm gonna go wide party, because that kind of influenced me to really want to be influenced me of being a DJ in the public. I always talk about how I want to be a DJ watching you, and then I wanted to get better watching DJ Ron Ski and things of that nature. And a lot with Ron Ski, with him actually being the DJ at the Y and that type of stuff. But it's crazy when you could feel. It's like when I'm in the DJ booth, I get this aura over me, and I feel like I'm supposed to, like I'm where I belong.
Absolutely.
But it's crazy when you got that at a young age and you wasn't even controlling the room.
Yeah, but it's not really like. All right.
It's not. But
it isn't.
The first time you feel it, you don't realize what you're feeling.
Nah, exactly.
That's all.
That's what it is. It's like you can't put a name on it, right? But you do understand that it's something. I don't know what they call it. What is it, like a euphoria?
Yeah.
Something like that. It's like It's
Yeah.
like it's a feeling that
It's an
comes
aura. You got aura is what they see on you.
right.
But a euphoria, it's like
It's like something you feel.
it's like the same thing when a lot of times when people feel like finish exercising,
Yeah,
they go into like a workout euphoria.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
So,
I got you. But what it is this: it's like that euphoria I'm talking like we talking about. Like I'll be honest with you, right?
yeah,
If you don't feel that now, it's if something in life doesn't make you feel that way, I almost feel bad for you.
yeah,
Like if there's nothing that brings that over. I'm talking about outside of the bedroom or whatever, all
Right.
that stuff. I'm talking about if there's nothing that does that for you, I feel bad for you.
right,
Because honestly speaking, like I don't even how can I say it? Like, bruh, I tell you what gives it every time I look at one of our snippets,
yes, yeah,
right?
yeah. As I was getting dressed today, I was watching our snippets as they just let them roll. That's
Yeah,
all
just
I did.
letting them roll. When it hits at the end
When
and
that
it
beat
drops,
yeah,
that feeling is like amazing to me.
right,
You know what I'm saying? Even when I watch some of the other podcasts,
right,
and yeah, I see some similarities and things that are obviously common with us that are with different other
because we
podcasts.
coming from the same culture.
Right.
Yeah.
But there's that feeling like that you only can get if that's what's in you.
Right.
Like literally, I wake up, that's my first thoughts. And
Right.
literally when I go to bed at night, those are my last thoughts. And so it's crazy because I really feel bad for anybody who's out there
Who don't have something that
who don't
makes them
have
feel
at
that way?
least something that makes them feel that way.
Yeah, that's and again, that goes back to the beginning of the show.
Right?
You know, that's a form of manifestation. When you get that feeling, you want that more.
That's right.
See what I'm saying?
Right.
But I use the quarter water
Mm-hmm.
as an example
Mm-hmm.
of we started from quarter waters.
Mm-hmm.
We drinking Earth Angel.
Right. And when the camera's off, you do LSD. That's another. That's a tip. I'm just telling. All right, I gotta give you one more of this or that. All right, let me come up with one more. I got one more of this or that. I'm trying to brew up real quick because you already cleared it up, right? In terms of you said the why over block parties.
Right.
All right, maybe it's not so much of this or that. Maybe let me just elaborate on that as well. When you were saying that we were a product, or not we per se, but sometimes people are a product of their environment, and that sometimes they can't separate themselves from it.
Right.
Therefore, in theory, they become that or they stay that wherever they are. I think looking back, block parties were essential.
Oh, definitely. They're essential, yeah. Both parties, but
I
definitely
wish-
I know what you mean.
Yeah, I wish that the youth who did not see at least a block party or two in their lives, I wish you could have saw it. It was cool. It was cool to see your neighborhood come out and the DJ and like he was saying earlier, the grill and everything. It was such a different situation, man. And that's why I can honestly say that when we elevated, it was not because we were trying to escape anything.
Well,
We weren't trying to escape anything. I think that we saw things and we wanted to try different things and we got comfortable
Right.
and we elevated and continued to grow. But I just wanted I wanted to kind of go back to that situation we were elaborating on in terms of the product of the environment thing. You don't have to have a bad environment to want different
right.
or to be more fruitful in life or to,
Right.
have manifestations and work towards them.
Right.
Like you don't have to be in a negative situation to want more or to want different or to want better.
But just to tap on what you're saying about,
You know?
and you just led me to something. And I know we're a little ways out from it, but we were invited August 21st, for Tough Foundation Trend. They're basically doing an event for the community for kids, just like a block party. Shout out to my brother Smooth.
Absolutely.
he always show us love on the show.
Shout out to Smooth.
You know what I mean? But we invited to come out.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And just show some love. And, I can't remember the exact name of the park. Because, the parks in Trenton got real names.
Mm-hmm.
But good event. August 21st. You know what I mean? That's what it is. So people can get that same feeling.
Absolutely.
Me and Smooth had a great conversation. And then he will be a neighbor on the show at a time. But we talked about how he told me his vision of that is he's trying to let these kids feel what Heritage Day felt like.
Oh, that's dope.
Because they...
Damn, I wish you had the flyer joint we could throw up on the
It's
joint.
not a flyer yet. He just gave me...
we got when we get a hold of that, we got to make sure we share and let the people know.
Definitely, we gonna definitely do that. You know what I mean? But shout out to Smooth, man. Shout out to my brother Smooth. But I just wanted to plug that in because it sounded like a great time to do it.
Absolutely.
So
no better time than the present.
Right.
Yeah. The only way that we're going to be able to close these voids or fill these voids, so to speak, is by trying to, reestablish and reinstill some basic, common, fundamental things that we did.
Right.
We come from an environment, like I said, that was full of personalities,
right,
talent. See, I want to talk positive about the environment. Right. It's easy for everybody to be like, "Oh no, man, I'm glad I was in the trenches and there was a lot of things." And I'm not knocking that. Whoever survived those situations, bless you. Yeah. But in the same token, I don't think we shine enough light on the positives that took place. Like, I know people who grew up in the same environments as me that are very successful in life.
Right.
And always gave back. And always continue to contribute and do positive things. Shout out to Freedom, man. Yeah. Always spreading positive messages and everything like that on Facebook and all that stuff. You know what I mean? Like, shout out to that brother, man, because a lot of times, and listen, pardon me, if the names elude my tongue, charge it to my head and not my heart, for everyone who was out there doing positive things and trying to make things happen, we salute you. Because you don't have to allow where you came from to be claimed as this badge of honor, like you survived it like a soldier in war.
Right.
Sometimes you can turn around and you can take that very situation and you can shine bright and let them know that I come from the same elements of those things.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And it's not about me having this magical wand like my man Merlin.
Yeah.
But it's also, right. But it's about the fact of understanding that we all possess a magic and an ability to make a difference.
Yeah.
And that's why I like to hear that thing that you're saying that Brother Smooth was putting together, because of the fact that that's what we need more than anything else. One word, structure.
Right.
It's not enough structure.
Say it with the same tone.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that shit, man. Structure. It's not. We need that.
Yeah.
And that's what it is.
Talking about it.
Yeah, man. I mean, think about it, right?
Yeah.
Everybody who came from the same environments that we came from, their happily ever after or their life after wasn't all bad.
Right.
It wasn't. So
right.
I don't know where the glorification comes from, in the sense of always kind of like glorifying that element of it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Times have always been rough. If you ask anybody who's older than us, they're going to tell you about some rougher times that they experienced.
Right.
But they also going to tell you about some good times.
Right.
And like I say, man, we need to be more, we the wrong percentage. Like, the scale is tipped wrong. You know what I mean? We need to be more in alignment with telling people the positives that came out of it. Oh, yeah, that's such and such. Yeah, he grew up, that was my neighbor. Yeah. Oh, yeah, he the governor now. He the governor or the mayor or whatever. You know what I mean? Or he has a high-ranking position in this place, this, that, and the third. And then those people, I'm not charging you guys with the responsibility of coming back and exposing all, you owe the community, this, that, and the third. If that's not what's on your heart, I ain't going to put it there. Mm-hmm. But what I will say is everybody can benefit from it. Mm-hmm. Everybody. So don't take the time to just glorify those things. We made a joke about the quarter water, and we grew up. Now we went from quarter water to Earth Angel.
Earth Angel.
And you understand what I'm saying?
And with that being said, y'all know what this is.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Porch Podcast.
Mm-hmm.
It's your boy DJ E, Mr. Influential.
And I'm P Original, baby.
And y'all, we thank y'all for tuning in. Keep tuning in. Keep rocking with us. We see y'all next week.
Absolutely. Peace, y'all.
Peace.